Hey everybody, I'm on a roll here. This is the fourth video that I'm shooting today. Today being Sunday, day before Memorial Day. This video, nobody said this was going to be easy. And I know that sounds counterintuitive because I just shot a video a couple days ago that was saying don't overestimate the problem and don't underestimate your capability of dealing with it. But at the same time, I do want to honor the fact that this can be challenging. It can be hard. Nobody said it was going to be easy. So let's take a couple of deep breaths. I'm going to show you the woods here. Breathe in the confidence. Breathe out the fear. Breathe in the peace. Breathe out the noise and the static. Breathe in the belief. Breathe out the doubt. So, nobody said this is going to be easy, right? I get it. We've all had all sorts of challenges in our lives, some worse than others, absolutely. And if your life has kind of been really rough and rocky and difficult, more love to you. I get it. I understand. But there's a way out. And this stuff that I talk about every day is the way out. It really, really is. Like I talked about, I'm not just here to, blow some hope your way and say, yay, feel good. No, this is accurate information. This is the way out. And as difficult as your life has been, you can get better. But, and I know I try to simplify things and make it easy to understand, but also don't expect, ooh, I felt my emotions, I soothed and tried to say I've got my mindset's right, but how come it's not working? This isn't working, nothing's working, and you're like 2 days in. It may take a little bit of time to teach your brain that you're actually safe in your body and with your thoughts and with your emotions, right? It's going to take a little bit of time. And will you have your ups and downs? Absolutely. You'll feel better and then it'll come roaring back and then you'll question this whole thing and say, Dan's full of shit. Right? This is not easy. It will be hard because we've got to battle our lifelong beliefs. We've got to battle our subconscious programs and teaching our brain that no, these emotions are actually okay. Embrace them. Love them. Bring them in. Come on in. Watch the open house for your emotions video. Keep the front door and the back door open. Let the emotions in. Don't shove them outside. Let them in. Stop resisting. Feel them. Feel them. Feel them. How long, Dan? How long am I supposed to do it? As long as it takes. If you're really angry and you want to sit with it for 30 minutes, sit with it for 30 minutes. If it takes an hour, do an hour. If you can truly, intensely feel your anger and it's gone in 90 seconds, beautiful. Whatever. It doesn't matter. There's no right way. There's no wrong way. Find your own way. That's why I'm not really specific on you must do exactly this way. I much rather teach at the principle level and say, here's the core concepts that I think are really important, in my opinion, critical to getting better. But please make no mistake, as much as I can simplify it, it is simple, but it's not easy, right? So, nobody said this was going to be easy. Expect it to be hard. Expect you to, trip up sometimes and have some fears jump in and doubt jump in. And the key is to just, if you start doubting, well, maybe it's not TMS, just go back to the knowledge and the assessment and the acceptance. And if you're kind of questioning, start an evidence journal. That's really useful. Anytime you have an experience that says, wow, I had a pretty good day yesterday. Why? Because I was out with some friends and I wasn't really sitting at home worried about my pain. And I didn't feel so bad. Ding, ding, ding. That's evidence. Write it down. Literally start an evidence journal. Every time that you have something that confirms what we know about TMS, please write it down, because there will be times. Like I said, this is not going to be easy. It will take some work. It will take some commitment. But every time you start questioning things, go pick up that little evidence journal. And if you can find 25 pieces of evidence over the past couple of months that are really proof that it's TMS, and oh, by the way, the self-assessments that you've done, that's evidence, right? These things are created by, like, not just me. A lot of what I did is modeled based on what I learned from Sarno and Schubner and, you know, the other TMS experts, Ozanich and everybody. There's a lot of common traits about TMS and how it behaves and all that stuff. It's not just me making this stuff up. So if you start questioning, go back to the assessments. That's more evidence. But more important is your own personal experiences. If your pain moves, if it shifts up or down, if you get new symptoms and you've got multiple symptoms, that's all evidence that it's created in the mind. It's just the brain trying to keep you distracted. So write down those pieces of evidence and refer to them often, especially when you start questioning things, especially if you're having a bad day. Because one of the best things you can do to soothe yourself is not just the breathing, and a good way to calm your thinking is to remind yourself what this TMS stuff really is, so that you can kind of reconfirm your acceptance that, yeah, this really does make sense. And even though I'm having a bad day, I can truly decide to be, whatever, I don't care, because I've got all this evidence that it's really TMS. And all the doubts in the world will not overcome a mountain full of evidence, which most of us can find if we choose to look for it and if we choose to document it. So, nobody said this was going to be easy. It will be challenging. It may even feel really freaking hard sometimes. And that's okay. But like I said in a recent video, don't underestimate your capabilities in overcoming it. Because I believe we can overcome virtually anything. And from first-hand experience, and then the experience of sharing these videos with so many people and seeing more and more people, you know, getting better, I know it's possible. It's not just possible. It's probable when you believe it is. When you do the assessments. And it's not just about blind belief, you know, blind faith and just saying, oh, Dan says this, so I'm going to believe it. No, you got to learn. You got to do the assessments and say, yes, it makes sense for me. That's not just me saying you've got TMS. No, do the assessments so you know that you have it. And once you do that, it's not just blind faith. It's accurate knowledge. It's an accurate self-diagnosis, right? So, nobody said this was going to be easy. It is simple. Trust me. It's not overly complicated. Know what it is, accept that you've got it, feel your damn emotions, soothe yourself, don't care about the symptoms and shift your focus away from them as much as possible. That's the recipe. Simple. Not easy though. So, hopefully you found this helpful, and I'm just validating that for anybody who's struggling with this stuff. I get it. It's hard. It can be hard. But just keep reminding yourself. Keep it simple. Don't try to overcomplicate this stuff. If your pain goes up one day, you know, you don't have to think, well, what exact thought did I have so I can avoid that thought moving forward? Whatever. Just know that I must have felt unsafe about something, socially, emotionally, movement-wise, activity-wise, I'm going back to work-wise, this COVID crap, right? I must have felt unsafe in some way, and the brain says, here's some more pain to keep you distracted. So, simple, but not easy. Nobody said it would be easy. But that's okay. You can do it anyway. I believe in you. Believe in yourself. You're capable of doing hard things. If you stick to the process, it's not as hard as you think. So, love you guys and gals. We'll talk to you soon. See ya.